Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Take a look at some of the stocks on the move today. We can do that with Bloomberg's Christine Aquino. Christine, what are you looking at today?
All right, Paul, let's take a look at Palantir. So ticker PLTR. Those shares are actually down at the moment more than 3%. But prior to Tuesday, it did complete a 4-day rally. That was the longest streak since Christmas Eve 2025. And a lot of analysts turning bullish now on Palantir, given that it does have a defense business that a lot of them are getting more optimistic on. And it does get half of its revenue from U.S. government and military contracts. And so at the moment, of course, given all the geopolitical tensions that we're seeing, a lot of investors kind of seeing Palantir as a beneficiary of that. So we've seen analysts upgrading their ratings on Palantir's stock. 20 of 31 analysts that Bloomberg monitors now rates it a buy. And remember, it's had quite the challenging past year. Like for 2025, that stock was down, or rather, that stock was up a lot. But it's also seen a lot of volatility. But yeah, now analysts are saying that this recent bout of strength is something to be optimistic about.
What about Best Buy? I feel like there's a lot of news coming out of that company as well.
Absolutely, Isabel. So we did get earnings from them earlier, and that stock very much in the green. So ticker BBY. We're now seeing those shares up about more than 4% at the moment. So trimming some of those opening gains, but still very much in the green. We did hear from the company, of course. They told us that their holiday shopping season was better than expected. That's likely because of a blockbuster Nintendo Switch to release and a robust replacement cycle. The revenue forecast for this year did meet Wall Street estimates. Though Bloomberg Intelligence weighing in, they're saying that same-store sales declines probably likely in fiscal 2027, given that they're forecasting a 0.5% gain in 2026. So pretty modest by most standards, and so perhaps a little bit of a negative heading into 2027 for the company.
All right, how about the insurer Cigna?
Yeah, let's look
at... They do our dental.
They do, yes, they do our dental. That is right.
Okay. Love you, Cigna.
But not necessarily invest in that stock, but yes, and that stock not doing particularly well today. So ticker CI, those shares are down more than 6% at the moment, so extending some of those earlier declines. And we're seeing a leadership change for this company. Their chief executive officer, David Cordani, is going to be stepping back from the top job on the 1st of July, and he's going to be replaced by current Chief Operating Officer Brian Evanko. Now, remember, Cigna actually had a bit of trouble in October because they told investors they need to do a business overhaul. They're going to be moving away from drug rebates, and they told investors that is going to squeeze margins over the next 2 years. So in October, when they told investors that, they saw the worst sell-off in shares since 2008. So now the new CEO or the incoming CEO is going to have to carry out the business overhaul and keep it from spooking investors further.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.